Hey everybody, today is Friday evening and I have to work tomorrow. But I just want to let you know what happened yesterday. So yesterday's when I had all my doctor's tests. Excuse me. But Wednesday evening, as the day went on, it got later and later, I started having huge anxiety and panic attack. The whole reason for it was the amount of steroids he wanted me to start taking that night. Because I'm allergic to so many different types of medicines and stuff, I have to have Benadryl and steroids before they do any kind of test. Well, he wanted me to take 60 milligrams of prednisone and 50 Benadryl, which I don't mind the Benadryl. He wanted me to take it Wednesday night at dinner, at bedtime, and Thursday morning. Well, that would have been 180 milligrams of prednisone. It sends me into a huge panic attack, makes me nervous, shaky, my heart race. So the closer it got to Wednesday evening, the more anxiety. I went into a panic attack. So I called them and I said, look, I just don't know if I can do this. They said, well, if you can't, you can come in and still get your ultrasound on your carotid artery and your heart. But we really need you to take that to get this other test. Because with the other test, they don't have to do the arteriogram and go through your leg or your arm to see what the blockage is doing. They just do the dye. It's a brand new test and it's just non-invasive. But I told them I was panicking big time from that much steroids. They were so nice that the nurse hung up, went and got the doctor, told him what I said, and called me back. And he said, if you'll just take 40 milligrams when you get home and 40 in the morning and still take the Benadryl, that should be good enough. So I did that. But those people were, I didn't have a medical emergency. I had a mental emergency. I was panicking big time. And they were so nice to consider it, take it under, and just really work with me on it. So that's what I did Wednesday night. I took the stomach medicine, the Benadryl, the prednisone. I also had to drink like 8 bottles of water because they were going to have dye in me. And anyway, so we went for the test Thursday morning. We were there at 8. I went up to the second floor, got the ultrasound. The technicians told me then that everything was good. That was great. Then we went to the first floor, and that's where they did the CT scan for my heart. So the guy was he was so good. I told him, I said, look, this is what happened, and I have panic attacks bad. So he calmed me down, talked to me. He told me that when they pushed the dye in, I was going to feel like a hot flash. It maybe even felt like I was going to wet on myself. But it didn't last more than 5 or 10 seconds, that I was going to be fine. They were great. When I got back in the room, the lady just stood there and talked to me. And because your heart rate has to go below 60 for them to do it. They prefer for it to go 50. It has to be that way in order for the test to work. So I also had to take an extra blood pressure pill. Well, I had done worked myself up by then to where it was above that. Well, he sat and talked to me. They took me back there, got me on the table. It's just like an X-ray, but it's a round donut that when they lay you on the table, you go through it. And that lady that was going to do it just kept standing there talking to me and watching. She had me hooked up until she saw my heart rate go down enough. And so it was over in 15 minutes or less. All I had to do was hold my breath when she told me to, and it ran me through the donut and back out. They said that they would read the results that day, and my doctor would get them today. And that if I didn't hear from him today, then that was a good sign. Because if there was anything bad wrong, they would call me. They actually, here at Huntsville Hospital is where they started doing it. They are actually training everybody else. They're the first ones in the United States to do it. It is 100% accurate on showing if you do have a blockage. It's 90% accurate on showing how much of a blockage. And so, I got up, walked away from it. Instead of you having to lay for so many hours and can't move your leg if you have it through your leg or your arm. And my dog's getting excited because he hears Ray. So we got that over with. I didn't hear from the doctor today, so that's good. So we had that done, and then the day before I had started coughing and had my throat and my chest was burning really bad. So I went ahead and saw my regular doctor, and she called me in some Levaquin for sinus infection. And I have to stay on top of that since I'm not taking the IVIG treatments. I have to catch that early so I don't get bronchitis or pneumonia. But yeah, they were just awesome. They didn't have to deal with my panic attack, but they did. They did a really good job. So it makes me feel better. All that testing's done. So if any of y'all they suggest that you have that CT scan instead of an arteriogram, 15 minutes, it's over, non-invasive, so easy. And so much better for your body not to be invaded. So I think that was about it that I wanted to tell you. Yeah, guess that was it. Just my little update. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.